perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. And the Commodores will put it away to start the game. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Tennessee's offense takes the field. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche.
He's going to go for a big one. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
And the Vols will have it 1st and 10. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Play action on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. You don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will go to work for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
And he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The 2024 season for Tennessee had some highs, wins over Bama, Ford, and Oklahoma. Man, it didn't end with a thud. They got clipped by the Ohio State buzzsaw and then suffered the big shocker of the offseason with Nico Iamaleava jumping into the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know that there was a more interesting offseason than in Knoxville. The quarterback spot, the drama, the back and forth, and Nico leaves, and then Joey Aguirre, who he goes to UCLA, Nico, and now the guy who transferred there transfers to Tennessee, so quarterback roulette, and Tennessee has a new guy.
There are things I expected to remain consistent, at least with Tennessee, though. Tim Banks is going to do a great job at defensive coordinator on that side of the ball, and you know Tennessee's going to run it as well. So I know a lot of question marks around the quarterback spot. There are other facets to this team that make them very dangerous.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Aguilar. They'll run the screen. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Just keeps moving. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. The Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Power football with the run. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Off the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Under fire. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. The give to the lone running back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Commodores come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short.
You don't even see quarterbacks under center very often, but when you do, and it's short yardage, you kind of know what's coming, but it didn't matter. Quarterback does a great job. Find some space, keep those feet moving, just fall forward, get that yardage, and he gets the big first down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Now the play fake. Finding an escape route. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Going to try to get it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. The Commodores will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. So here is the Tennessee offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carter. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Red pass hits complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Making side adjustments here. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. He breaks a tackle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Sends it back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Scores on the sneak.
It's just so nice to have a signal guy who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hoskins. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Hoskins. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Newberry. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Newberry. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Commodores need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. It's Hoskins. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. The Commodores send out the punt unit. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw. It's Aguilar. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places. And even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Right back to the well. Breaks the tackle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. The Vols will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stowers. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here comes the offense on second down. The running back has it. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Finds his tight end. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Pavia. With the catch, it's Sherrill. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game.
Breaks into the open. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Commodores with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight.
Turning it on! That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to throw, it's Aguilar. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll operate out of split backs. gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Pavia. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Pressure coming. It's caught downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He's got it on the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. And he's still running after the move.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Vols pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Volunteers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They're working that left side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fitzgerald. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. To the air, it's Pavia. Unloads to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hoskins. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Newberry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
The Commodores want to move quickly. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Gonna look downfield again. Snagged in the middle, it's Hudson.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The play action fake. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Neyland on third down. They'll try to run for it. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Commodores kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hoskins. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air, it's Pavia. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
He'll keep it himself. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Lewis. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And he took it right down to the wire. Final game of the season, but they are now bowl